In 2023-2024, the UK government's revenue exceeded £1 trillion, up from £982 billion the previous year. Looking ahead, government expenditure in 2024-2025 is projected to hit a staggering £1.226 trillion. So, where's all this money going? Let's get behind the numbers for the budgeted public sector expenditure for 2024-25 and see how the government is allocating funds to different sectors. Let's start with the big one, social protection. This sector is by far the largest, with a budget of £371 billion. That's nearly a third of the total budget. Social protection includes pensions, welfare benefits, and other forms of social support. Given the aging population and the ongoing cost of living challenges, it's no surprise that this area tops the list. At number 2, we have healthcare, with an allocation of £251 billion. This sector covers the NHS, public health services, and other health-related expenditures. With the aftermath of the pandemic and ongoing pressures on the healthcare system, this budget reflects the critical importance of keeping the nation healthy. At number 3, education, which has a budget of £131 billion. Whether it's funding for primary schools or universities, education remains a cornerstone of public expenditure. This budget reflects the government's commitment to providing quality education across the UK. At number 4, we have £109 billion in debt interest. The government often spends more than it collects in taxes, creating a gap that needs to be filled. To cover this shortfall, the UK government either borrows money, raises taxes, or cuts spending.
The government published its plans for day-to-day spending in the spring budget in March. But when I arrived at the Treasury, on the very first day, I was alerted by officials that this was not how much the previous government expected to spend this year. It wasn't even close. In fact, the total pressures on these budgets across a range of areas was an additional £35 billion.
When borrowing money, the government sells financial products called bonds, which are purchased by a variety of investors, including pension funds, insurance companies, and foreign governments. These loans are essential for funding a wide range of public services, cost of living support, and infrastructure projects such as healthcare, education, and transportation. However, as the national debt grows, so do the interest payments required to service this debt. At number 5, we have £71 billion on defence. With global tensions and the need to modernise the military, defence spending is always a hot topic. Defence spending might not be as high as social protection or healthcare, but it's still a significant chunk of the budget, ensuring the UK's security at home and abroad. At number 6, the UK is budgeting £59 billion for infrastructure and public transport services. Labour aims to enhance this by developing a long-term strategy for transport to ensure efficiency and timely delivery of infrastructure projects. They plan to establish Great British Rail GBR, bringing railways into public ownership as contracts end. GBR would oversee service quality, investment and operations, with a focus on expanding rail freight. Labour also commits to restoring the 2030 phase-out date for new internal combustion engine cars, prioritising electric vehicles. At number 7, there is a line item that reads as other, including EU transactions, with a £53 billion budget.
Should we talk about trade and just how much of an economic export powerhouse the UK is? Because the Prime Minister certainly thinks we are. Despite Brexit, he said, look, it's no wonder that Brexit Britain has leapt above France, Japan and the Netherlands to become the world's 4th biggest exporter. It's big news here.
This category includes a wide range of smaller budget items, as well as financial transactions related to the UK's previous commitments to the European Union. After Brexit, the UK still had some financial obligations to the EU, often referred to as the Divorce Bill, which included payments to settle the UK's share of the EU's budgetary commitments made while it was a member. This £53 billion may include remaining payments related to these obligations, alongside other miscellaneous expenditures that don't fit neatly into other budget categories. At number 8, industry, agriculture and employment, with a £49 billion budget share. This allocation supports a range of initiatives aimed at boosting economic growth, supporting industries, and ensuring employment opportunities across the UK. This funding is used to support various sectors, including manufacturing, farming, and job creation programs. It may include subsidies for farmers, grants for industrial innovation, and funding for employment training and job retention schemes. At number 9, Public Order and Safety receives £47 billion. This funding supports police services, fire brigades, emergency response, and justice systems. It ensures the safety and security of citizens by maintaining law and order and addressing public safety needs. At number 10, Personal Social Services receive £45 billion. This budget covers support for individuals' social care needs, including services for the elderly, disabled, and vulnerable populations. It funds personal care, residential care homes, and community-based support. The aim is to enhance the quality of life for those requiring assistance, ensuring they receive essential services and support tailored to their personal needs. Let's also make mention of housing and community amenities receiving £40 billion to ensure that housing needs are met and local communities thrive. So there you have it, a complete breakdown of where the UK is spending your hard-earned money in 2024-25. From social protection to defence, every penny is allocated with a purpose. But what do you think? Are these spending priorities in line with what you'd expect? Drop a comment below and let's discuss. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the numbers behind the news.